Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Trump and whether or not he's doing it on purpose. Because it's a question that's come in quite a few times now, and especially given recent events. And basically, it kind of revolves around the idea that Trump is testing the limits with the judges and putting out the rhetoric he's putting out because he actually wants to be detained. He wants the judge to put him in confinement, to put him in jail. And the idea is that he's doing this because he thinks either, it's going to help the cause, or he thinks it'll rally the base, or something like that. Okay. So let's run through it a couple of different ways. First, he believes in the cause. Do you believe that Trump believes in anything? I mean, really? Probably not, right? I don't think there's many people watching this channel that would look at Trump and say, ideologue, So I wouldn't go trying to explain that any further. That's just, he doesn't have the motivation for that. That's not who he is. As far as him thinking it would rally his base, now that's something that's more in line with his character because it's self-serving. It's something that would benefit him, right? But at the same time, you are talking about a guy who is reported to have hid in a bunker in the White House while surrounded by Secret Service agents because there was a protest outside. That doesn't strike me as the type of person who thinks that they would do well in jail. And then you have to look at it from the main perspective. The people who are suggesting this, you may not realize you're doing it, but you're doing what his base does. You are putting him in a position where he's like playing 5D chess. That he's trying to make moves to get what he wants. The reality is this situation is out of his control now. He's lashing out the way he is because it's all he can do. He's not playing 5D chess. He is acting like somebody who is concerned they're going to be held accountable. And I don't believe it's some grand plan. I would point out that, well, I don't want to say no attorney because there's been some really bad advice given lately. But I'm going to suggest that almost all attorneys would tell their client, if you're facing multiple cases that are incredibly complex, the defense of which would be really complex, it would not help to be confined. It makes preparing a defense a whole lot harder. I just don't see this. I think on some level there was an expectation built in to all of the investigations of Trump, partially because of commentators saying that he'd never be held accountable. And now that he has been indicted multiple times, people are looking for the way that he's going to slip away. And they're trying to envision scenarios in which he creates that for himself. He creates his own out. Because for years, people have talked about how bad Trump is for the country. The thing to remember about that is that Trump, he's just some dude. He's a real estate developer. It wasn't Trump that was dangerous. It wasn't Trump that was bad for the country. It was that he had a hold on people. Trump isn't a genius. He's not playing 5D chess. He's not the type of person who is going to engage in a gambit of that sort. I think that he's lashing out because it's all he can do. This situation is out of his control now. There isn't there's not a lot of wiggle room for him. And he's trying to basically just bang around and hope that something comes loose. Given everything that's going on, if he continues on this path, I don't think it's going to go well for him. I would say that the judges in these cases have already been incredibly lenient and incredibly accommodating. Engaging in things that might be considered witness influencing, or trying to influence the jury pool, or engaging in rhetoric that might spur some of his supporters to act or issue threats. This type of stuff, it'll go on until it doesn't, until one of the judges is just like, yeah, that's enough. I don't know that his attorneys have done a good job of explaining how much authority the judges have when it comes to where he sleeps at night. And if he keeps on this current path, I got a feeling his bedroom's going to change. I don't think it's a plan. I don't think he has a plan. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.